Welcome back to another episode of the AJ Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Carboni, and to my left is Justin Velche. Justin, it's been a bit. It's been a bit. 8 days since we last uploaded a podcast. And Justin, we said on the last podcast we were going to go watch the Leafs Tampa Bay. We're going to go over that game, our experience at Scotiabank Arena. Then if you notice on my social media, was in Montreal to witness that game. Amazing atmosphere. I'm going to talk about how the city of Montreal is just beautiful, and how a lot of Leafs fans ended up showing up to the game. But we got lots of hockey to talk about. The playoffs are starting soon. We don't know who's going to be. We still don't know after, I don't know how many pods of us talking about the Eastern Conference playoff race. We still don't know who's going to make it because a lot of teams don't even want that spot anymore because teams keep losing, like the Flyers, which we're going to talk about today as well.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up to Justin? How you doing, bro?
How you doing, bro? Dude. Everything's good right now, bro. I hear Arizona hockey news, which I'm not like totally a fan of, but I mean,
As you wearing the shirt.
Clayton Keller hockey, baby. Dude. Clayton Keller, bro. If you're hearing this, bro, I thank you very much, bro. You helped me get into the finals of fantasy hockey, bro. Bro,
Against two.
against you, bro.
Wait. Can we predict that both of us would be in the final again?
It's like before the season, bro. Everybody else is trash, bro. So I like
That's what I'm saying. Always in the fantasy final. Always. I'm gonna go for back-to-back.
Nah, bro.
It'll be good.
Gonna...
Two former champions going at it. We'll see what happens. True. It's pretty close right now. I think you're up on me by 1 point. Something like that. But it's good. Life's good. Life is good. Hockey's great. Hockey is back. This has probably been one of the best regular seasons I've ever watched. Last season was good. Season before that was good. This one, complete like level up. Like how insane is the hockey been? Like that line brawl like a couple weeks ago, last week or whatever. Devils Rangers. Bro, the scoring is crazy. We're going to talk about that. But what do you want to start with? I think since you got the Coyotes jersey on, I think we should talk about the Coyotes right now.
Yeah. I mean, so we found out today that it's official, most likely official. The Arizona Coyotes are going to be moving to Salt Lake City, Utah, which I mean, okay. Like Salt Lake City's got a good fan like for sports anyway, right? But I don't know, like this I wasn't expecting this news today. I wasn't expecting them to move to Salt Lake City. You know, like I didn't think of it. Apparently the players are not really happy about moving to Salt Lake City. The players want to stay in Arizona.
According to Craig Morgan of PHNX, I guess that's Phoenix, says that players aren't excited about moving to Salt Lake City. Quote, I know that they are not excited about it, is what he said.
I mean,
does not look like the players are excited to move, which here's the thing. I mean, I wouldn't move the team out of Arizona. It's not like the market is bad. The market wants hockey there. It's just they're playing in a college arena that fits 4,000 people. I saw the design that they were looking to do, that $1 billion design. Absolutely insane it looked, like with the AI photos that they came up with. But moving them, is that really the best move? I really don't want to see the Coyotes go.
Yeah, me neither. Like honestly, like okay, you can talk about the attendance, but again, they haven't been good since 2012 when they made like the Western Conference final. They haven't been good for like the past 12 years, okay? And bro, yeah, like as you said, they're playing in like a college stadium. Like they don't even have their own arena. And honestly, I think if they were actually good, like even like the arena, like there's tons of fans in that arena. Like I know, like I get it's small, but there's still fans in there. I think if they actually got their own arena in Arizona and they were actually a good hockey team, like they're definitely on the uprise. Like they have great players now, and they're slowly becoming like a good team. I think it would have made sense to keep them in Arizona because a lot of people just like to hate on the Coyotes and be like, oh well, look at their attendance record. Oh, look how bad they are. The market's not good. But there's a lot of things I get. You know,
they've been a rebuilding team for how long now? It's been a long time.
I know.
Coyotes. I think we saw that's with the bubble, which doesn't count.
Yeah.
Right.
But again, that doesn't have to do with like them in the state of Arizona. Like it's just that they're taking forever.
It's
like
just how the team is ran at that point, right? It's got to be looked at like the general manager, the coach, and even the players too. Like if the players aren't performing the way they're supposed to perform, you can't blame that on the fact that Arizona could get moved. Like that's just bro. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So yeah. So honestly, like I don't know. for me as a neutral, like as a hockey fan, like it would be cool to see them move, but deep down, I don't want them to see them move. Like I want them to keep in Arizona, and I want them to build something in Arizona. Because, dude, my whole life I've seen them in Arizona. Like they'll always be known to me as the Arizona Coyotes or the Phoenix
Right.
Coyotes.
Oh, dude, does there if they were to move, why Salt Lake City? I've been saying like Eastern Canada, Newfoundland. Imagine putting a team over there, bro. Like I feel like a team like that represents like all Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, that area. I just feel like that part of Canada needs a team.
Yeah, like again, like okay, we have our Western Conference teams or like Atlantic, like Toronto, you know, teams like Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal. But dude, we have no team out there on the East Coast, like super East Coast. And we've seen in the World Juniors how hockey fans go crazy over there. We've seen the Eastern
Game for the World Juniors. Oh Lord.
Eastern Conference. No, Eastern Conference. We've seen the Eastern Conference. We've seen Eastern Canada provide us with great players, Crosby, McKinnon, etc. Right? So it's like, dude, I'm with you on that. Like they should have moved. I personally think they should have moved out to the East Coast. But I mean, I guess the guys who are representing the NHL think otherwise about, oh, maybe Utah is the state, Salt Lake City is going to be that spot that's going to get hockey fans.
So many states, man. There's so many teams there. Like I
Yeah.
don't care anymore. I don't want to see another like I don't want to see like another like Seattle Kraken. I want to see like something different. Or like I said, if they were to go to the States, I also said Mexico City. Mexico City would be a good spot to put a team. No?
Yeah, I think. I think, like Mexico City would be a very interesting one because, first of all, I've never seen a professional sports team in Mexico City. Like, I'm gonna just be honest, like no basketball team, no hockey team, no baseball team. It's like no football team. Like, I've never seen them.
NHL could do something really big with that, dude.
Yeah, like,
Bring
and
bring a whole new audience to the game.
yeah, and who knows? Maybe New Mexico would absolutely love that, right? But again, I don't know. I feel like Salt Lake City is like, it's just boring. Like as a hockey fan, it's just boring. Like I wanted something new, like Eastern Canada, New Mexico would have been cool. But like Utah already got its sports there. It's like bring us something new, like. But again, it's all about money, right? Like they see, okay, the Utah Jazz are performing well. Okay, so probably maybe hockey will thrive there. Maybe they don't want to take a huge risk and go to the Eastern Canada or like go to like a completely different state where there's no professional hockey team. Because remember, it's all about money with these guys, right? So
Money
they want to make
talks.
it safe. Yeah. So maybe they want to play it safer and go to somewhere where professional sports team has already done well in Utah, right? So
And at least they know they might have a chance of success in making money there versus taking the risk and going somewhere else, right?
yeah, I don't know. I'm not totally like in, like I don't really agree with them moving, but I mean, I guess the players aren't either. So congrats to the players. But
Oh well, I mean, we'll see what happens with that, see how much that story continues. But moving on, let's talk about that game we went to last week. Tampa Bay and Toronto.
yeah,
We went to that game. Good experience, good drive down there where it was raining, but it was good. But Matthews AM I guess what 63 at the time. He got his 63rd or 64th. Was it
60,
I think it was 64
64.
third. No, 63rd because 64 was on the Saturday and 65 was on Monday and 66 was yesterday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they played on Monday.
Matthews gets his 63rd of the season on that day, but then from there on, Vasilevsky shuts the door. Tampa Bay beat the Leafs 4-1. Pretty upsetting. I mean, we saw Joseph Woll in that. Honestly, he needs more time to develop. He played a couple good games last year, and we're like, oh, the Leafs goaltending problems are solved. Well, what I've noticed over the past couple starts he's let in like the first goal, not only the first goal, but like on like his first one or two or maybe even three
Yeah.
shots faced, right?
Yeah, but this has been a reoccurring thing for years, how the Leafs don't start on time. Oh, they wait till like the second period to get the game going. But then when you look at yesterday's performance against the Devils, where Joseph was in net, the Leafs outplayed the Devils. Yes, okay, sure, you can say no, Jack Hughes was in the lineup, he's done for the season. But again, like the Devils were still pushing for a playoff spot at the time. So, and they were still fighting for points, right? The Leafs don't really have anything to fight for. Like you could say home advantage, but I mean, again, for me personally, home advantage in the playoffs. Like I'm gonna just be honest. So Like Joseph Wool, I think he just needs more games. And right now, the way Samsonov is playing, Samsonov has done extremely well ever since coming back from his like
He's
slight
got
injury.
confidence back, that's for sure.
Confidence has gone like extremely high, which I'm really excited for because that's great for Leaf fans, for Leaf players, for management. It's great, and for him himself, right? It's great. But like Joseph Wool is the future goaltending for the Leafs. Like he's gonna be the number one starter eventually. So you could say, okay, we could put him as a backup now, keep Samsonov as the starter, or maybe like 2 games for Sammy, 1 game for Wool, right? Whatever, like a platoon thing until let's say Samsonov leaves. Yeah, until the playoffs. And then once the season's over, then okay, we could just do Wool like down like in the future, and then who knows, Samsonov could just leave, right?
Matt
But right
Murray,
now,
Wall and Murray duo right there. You really want that?
you can talk about.
Honestly, I honestly think you should just keep Sammy and Wall as your tandem. I mean, Samsonov is he didn't get as much of an opportunity in Washington with Ovechkin just chirping him off every time he made a bad play, right? So, but now he's got the chance at Toronto with a great team around him, and look how he's doing. He's got his confidence back. He's making those saves, especially that game against Buffalo was insane, where he was making all those saves. But I think Samsonov is going to be their guy. I think you sign him to another long-term deal. What is he on? Like a 2-year deal, 1 point something, right?
It's like a 2 year deal. So I think he
2-year
has
deal.
next, and then that's it.
But he's going to be like I think he's like 25, 26. I would honestly consider just signing him to a longer-term extension, and then he can play with Wall. They can split, and then whoever's better at going into the playoffs, you just put in there. I don't see how that's a bad thing.
Yeah, and plus splitting goalies is also a great thing because now you have 2 competent goalies who you can give 41 starts per goalie, and then it's like okay, no goalie like ever gets like Georgiev is playing like 65 games a season. And it's like, dude, let the guy get some rest, bro.
I get some
So
rest.
yeah,
Because
I mean,
especially for playoffs, you want a well-rested goalie too, right?
so I mean, like look at Boston with like Swayman and Olmark. It's like, oh my gosh, they're like best friends and they play extremely well. Or it's like right now, Kochekov and Freddie Anderson, both goalies, sensational, right? So it's like, yeah. So
But
I would love a tandem, but I don't know.
but on Saturday, I went to the Montreal Canadiens game. I gotta say, love the city of Montreal. I personally like downtown Montreal a lot better than downtown Toronto. Personally, I know I think the architecture is a lot better. It just feels a lot better over there. I loved it. The croissants were blessed. And going to the game, I was in line at the gate. A lot of Leafs fans showed up. A lot of Leafs fans were there. I want to say it was about 60-40. So the Leafs Nation is everywhere. I will say. Got some good the Leafs have got some good fans. Well, at least the ones that are not at the yacht club at Scotiabank Arena. I will say Bell Center, way louder than Scotiabank Arena. Way louder. I heard "Go Leafs, go!" I don't know. I've heard Sammy chants over there. You barely even hear that at home at Scotiabank Arena. Incredible. Now,
Yeah.
the Leafs 4-0 in the first. Habs got 2. Still a fun game. I saw Reeves fight Pizzetta. I got it on camera. Still a good game. I just love the atmosphere at the Bell Center. And you and myself have to go watch a game over there.
We will eventually. It has to be next year. Like I've never visited the Bell Center. Like I visited the KeyBank Center. I visited obviously Scotiabank Arena. I've seen the Florida Panthers Arena. I can't remember the name right now. Oh, the BB&T Center. But yeah, the Bell Center is definitely on my bucket list. Like obviously, like I'm a hockey fan, right? And I would love to see every single hockey
And
arena. But
the seats are cushioned over there.
yeah.
Bro. Like I was comfortable. I was chilling. Where Scotiabank Arena is just hard plastic. We had cushions on the back here, and then on the row was just
We're just
chilling.
relaxing. Oh my
Just
god.
relax and watch some good hockey. So
No way.
that's definitely gotta go to.
Yeah. No, bro. Like as much as I hate the Habs, bro, the Bell Center is definitely like it's like a historic, arena,
I know.
right?
They have the organ going too. The organ's just beautiful. Loved
Yeah,
hearing that. Place was just loud. Place was loud.
it's good.
And I did get this hat while I was in Montreal. It's got the logo, got some of the colors like painted on there. So pretty cool.
Skated ice.
But a lot of stuff is more expensive over there, I will say. In
The
Quebec.
what? Oh, more expensive. Yes. I don't know how, but I guess that's just how it works.
Speaking of Le Montreal Canadien, they put an absolute beating on the Philadelphia Flyers last night. the Eastern Conference wild card race has gone even crazier as we now, when we last left off in the East, we had Florida, Boston, Carolina, and the Rangers clinching, I believe. Now the Toronto Maple Leafs have clinched, Tampa Bay Lightning have clinched, but we still don't know who's going to get the third Metropolitan Division spot and the second wildcard spot. As Pittsburgh has jumped up by out of completely being out of the water a couple weeks back, nobody giving them a chance. Randomly, they just decided to start winning games, and now they are, I want to say, they're 1 point back of Washington for the second wildcard spot currently. But the first team we're going to talk about is the Flyers. The Flyers, I want to say as of March 24th, they had like a 90% chance of making the playoffs. As of right now, 7-11, April 10th, 2024, they have a 4% chance of making the playoffs. What has happened to the Flyers, bro? Tell me. What do you think has happened?
I think, first of all, the goaltending has just been awful. Like, Urson, I don't know what has happened. Like, he had a decent season. It could just be like tiredness. Like, I don't know what happened. And then they bring
went for a goalie at the deadline because Carter Hart was gone, and I knew there's no way this Urson guy was going to carry these guys all the way.
Yeah, like it was just too good to be true. And then they bring in Fedotov from Russia, and then now all of a sudden he just hasn't been good either. So it's like the goaltending is not good. Konechny is not playing as he once was throughout the season. Like earlier in the season, we were just scoring at a rapid pace. His scoring has dipped down. Tippett's scoring hasn't been up there since 30 games ago. The defense, I mean, okay, like let's just be honest, bro. Their defense is just not good enough. Like Cam York,
No.
Ristolainen, Ryan Paling. It's like, bro, come on. Like, you're not fooling anyone, bro. We knew the Flyers were not going to make the playoffs. We knew they were overachieving. Like Tortorella got the guy's plan, right? But now it's just all falling apart. And it's kind of unfortunate to see, but at the same time, I'm not really surprised because we both knew that they were just not going to make the playoffs, and we both knew that
We
they were
did.
not.
Said
So
that.
yeah, so I mean, it's not really surprising that it's kind of falling apart. I wonder what the dressing room is like now with John Torella because you know he is
Well,
pissed off.
well.
Pissed.
I will say there was something that went around today. I forget who said it, but it doesn't look like John Tortorella is going anywhere. His coaching job is going to be at risk after this year. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he's going to continue and remain the coach. But
yeah.
looking at their record, the last 10 games, 1-6-3.
Oh,
At the worst time, this is like this is the worst time to go on a losing streak. They haven't won in 8 games, bro. Like, whereas the Islanders have won 5 in a row and have leapfrogged them for that third Metro spot, which I think they're going to continue to just take. I think the Islanders are securing that spot. So now Philadelphia is just in a battle between Washington, Pittsburgh, and Detroit. Like it's a 4-team battle for that second spot. But the Flyers, man, it was nice to see them like going on that streak. They were playing really well. And then now it's just been a complete mess, complete shit show for the Flyers. Like it sucks. It sucks, especially for the fans of Philly who haven't seen their team in the playoffs since I think the bubble was the last time when they went to the second round against the Islanders. So it's pretty disappointing after overachieving and exceeding everyone's expectations for the Flyers to now having that playoff spot right there, but just failing to clinch because of just poor play.
yeah. It's sad to see. Like if you're a Flyers fan, but I mean, again, this could give them hope for next year because the way they're overachieving. Me personally, I think they're just gonna go back down to earth next year and just not be competing for the playoffs. Like this is just one of those seasons.
For the top draft pick spot, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like I think it was just one of those seasons where it's like a feel good story. Oh, if they make the playoffs, okay, cool, and then get bounced in the first round. But now it's just fading away. The Sabres, it's pretty much over with that loss to the Stars and the loss to the Red Wings on the weekend, which Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen almost costed me the week in
I
fantasy
think
hockey. But
the Sabres and the Devils are eliminated from playoff contention now.
okay,
So they're
you know what's funny? The Devils, I said this at the deadline, they're not gonna make the playoffs, and their goaltending, adding Kakkonen and Jake Allen, was not gonna do anything for them. And look at that. Wow, not in a playoff spot. Wow, who would have thought?
but
Wow.
yeah, sucks for the Flyers. But
Look at
moving on to another team
hold
here.
on, hold
Let's
on, no, no,
look.
no, no, hold on, hold on, hold
Continue.
on. No, hold on. The New Jersey Devils are absolutely garbage. Okay, they have no heart. Okay,
Wow.
and they have no
Going
passion.
off
Okay, I'm so sick and tired of watching and getting people. Oh my gosh, the New Jersey Devils. Oh my gosh, Jesper Bratt.
Well,
Oh, Jack Hughes.
hold
Oh,
on. Did
oh,
you
oh,
not have
oh,
him making
oh,
playoffs last year?
oh, huh?
Did you not have him making playoffs this year?
Yeah, I did. But the fact that they were this bad, dude, they were
Yeah.
this bad. Remember, last year they beat the Rangers in a 7-game series. They added Timo Meyer, and now all of a sudden, oh, they're just
Worse.
like,
They're
how is that
worse.
possible? How?
I know
Like,
losing Dougie Hamilton was like big, but like still with the
but
same
like,
team
dude,
that you brought back, and then adding Meyer and having him for a full season. Meyer, that contract that's like is probably going to go down as one of the worst we've ever
no,
seen.
no, 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 no,
Like,
no, no, no.
come
I'm
on,
not
bro.
on
Come
that take.
on. What is that
No, no,
production?
no, no.
It went down there, bro. Like that's
Hey,
nothing. What is
that's only
happening to this
because
guy?
that's
How much
only
does he make?
because no, that's
How
only
much does he
because of
make? How much does he make?
I don't know how much. How much does he make? I don't know.
Let's see.
Well,
Let's
I'm not
Google.
gonna
Let's Google
classify
this
it. I'm not
right
gonna
now.
classify it as the worst contract, one of the worst contracts in the league, only because Lindy Ruff was there and he was absolutely garbage under Lindy Ruff. Now Travis
Eight,
Green,
hold on. 8 years, $70 million, bro. $70.4 million, bro. Holy shit. That's 8.8 a year.
okay,
Really?
again,
8.8?
dude, Timo Meyer was garbage under Lindy Ruff. He got fired, and now remember, Timo Meyer is scoring at a good pace under Travis Green. He needed a
Oh,
coach to
really?
play.
Oh, really? His last five games, one goal, one assist. Oh my God. -3 against Toronto,
Five
-1.
Bro, you're doing a
Oh my
5 game sample size. Do it under Travis Green while Travis Green has been coaching them. He's actually done quite well. He's
Yes, I
actually
mean, goals. He has 48 points in 66 games, but
okay.
bro,
That's okay.
not
40
bad.
in 66 games, considering how he got off to one of the worst starts you could get as playing on the first line under Lindy Ruff. And then Lindy Ruff wasn't even playing him on the power play anymore. And then remember that whole situation of like, oh, Meyer and Lindy Ruff, like they're like just not getting along. Now all of a sudden Travis Green's there, and now okay, Timo Meyer's like slowly starting to produce again. Next year, Timo Meyer will be fine. We know what he's capable of, and everything will be okay. Okay, Timo Meyer will be fine. Don't
Hey,
worry.
bro, I don't want to talk about the Devils anymore, bro. Like,
Yeah, I know. They're just so
too
pathetic.
disappointing. But Pittsburgh, Detroit, Washington. I mean, first of all, the Islanders. I think we both know they're going to take that third spot. I think they're just going to roll with this heater. Varlamov has been playing well. I think they're going to take that third spot. Washington, Pittsburgh, Detroit is probably like the final three I see. One of those teams making it. As of right now, it's Washington that'll play the Rangers because dude, these playoff matchups I'm looking at right now are just beautiful. Beautiful to look at. Washington Washington versus the Rangers would be an absolute beautiful series
That'd be insane.
because we know the history between those two teams, divisional rivals. That would be a nice series. But Pittsburgh and Detroit might have something to say about that. Now, Detroit and Washington played a crucial game yesterday where Washington just edged them out by 1 goal, 2-1 in the third period. Detroit and Pittsburgh have a game against each other tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure that game's going to determine who has the better chance of
Yeah.
overtaking Washington. The winner of that game will probably be competing for that spot.
Yeah. Pittsburgh, the fact that Mike Sullivan didn't play Crosby or Malkin in overtime against the Leafs. That was
It was a
really
skate issue. It was a skate issue with Crosby. They were fixing it.
oh, and how about Malkin? Malkin had a skate issue too? Bro,
No,
Malkin's been
I
red
don't.
hot.
I don't know. But Pittsburgh's got a tough.
They do have a tough schedule, but I think
They got Detroit tomorrow. They got the Bruins on Saturday. They got the Preds on Monday, and then the Islanders Wednesday.
that Islanders game, because I think this is the final game of the season for both teams, maybe.
Or both
Um,
of them. It's the final game.
so that could be like unbelievable. But I think maybe Pittsburgh squeaks it out and gets the wild card only because of their experience. The Red
I mean,
Wings have not.
I would love to see Pittsburgh Rangers in the first round.
Yeah, dude, it's so much better than Caps Rangers. Like honestly, give me Penguins Rangers all day. But I think maybe because of their experience, I think maybe the Penguins just squeak it out by like a point or two to get into that second wild card. And then who knows, man? Like honestly, if the Pittsburgh Penguins get hot and they start winning games again after just after the loss on Monday to the Leafs, if they get hot and they get a good win streak going, right before the playoffs, dude, they could be a team to watch out for. Like the Rangers might not want to play them, but again, the
Well, I
goaltending.
from experience, like when the second wildcard team, as of last year, when you're in a race for the last wildcard spot, you could pull a miracle off and knock off the greatest regular season team in NHL history, which the Florida Panthers did last year to Boston.
Yeah.
But dude, I don't know who it's gonna be. Like Detroit, I want it to be Detroit. I don't think it's gonna be Detroit because they're so inconsistent. Like they'll
Yeah.
beat Tampa Bay, though. Then they host the Rangers on the next game, which is 4 days later, 3 days later. They lose that game, and then they lose this one to Washington. Like at home, you have to beat Washington. You have to beat these guys. Like what happened? Like what's going on with the scoring? Like Larkin was back. You have Kane, and they got one goal in the third. Like where's the scoring gone?
Definitely.
They have the same issue as the Flyers, the goaltending, bro. If they went to go get a goaltender at the deadline or somebody, I think they would have had it. But consistently having Lyon and Reimer, like Lyon's okay. He's
Yeah.
okay. He's
Hey.
mediocre. He's not gonna win you a Stanley Cup if that's what Detroit was going for here.
Yeah.
Maybe getting them playoff experience, sure, but it doesn't look like it's working because he's pretty inconsistent. And as we know from last year, he did help ride Florida into the playoffs. But then what did he do in the playoffs? They had to get rid of him in like game 3 or 4. He was
Yeah.
And you expect the same thing to happen with Lyon this year again? No, man, it's not working, especially when you have two hungry teams with Sid and Ovi going to their like last couple years in the NHL. They want to make the playoffs for as long as they can before they retire. So yeah, you need a goalie, man. You can't ride with this undrafted backup goalie. Like I'm sorry, it's just not work. It's not working, bro. It's not working clearly. And it's just
Yeah.
frustrating because town hasn't seen playoffs since 2016. Like these fans are itching for playoffs, man. They are waiting. This is an original six team. They need playoffs in that city. And if they want to make the playoffs next year, they're this close. They were close last year. If they want to make the playoffs, they were this close this year. If they want to make playoffs next year, you need a goalie. I don't think Husso's their guy anymore. He's been out way too long. You need to start shopping. You need to start shopping for a goalie.
Markstrom the guy.
Bro, imagine Markstrom in D-Town. Bro, that would be
That,
insane.
that that would definitely work. That would
That
work.
could, and I feel like Markstrom would want to play there. Like that's
Dude,
such a really nice spot to play.
Markstrom wants playoff hockey. Remember, he wanted to go to the Devils because the Devils were like, we don't really know what to do. We need a goalie. Dude, Markstrom in D Town, bro, in Detroit, get that like ASAP, bro. Like once the offseason hits, bro, Markstrom to Detroit, boom, 2 year deal. It's over. Like, come on, like Alex Line, yeah, he's okay. Reimer, Leaf legend, he's okay. Okay, I'm kidding about Leaf legend, but like he's a Leaf legend for me. But like, you know what I mean? So it's like, bro, it's just I don't know. I just get a feeling that the Pittsburgh Penguins might tweak this out because of their experience and because, dude, like Nedeljkovic, man, all of a sudden now he's just like going off. Remember, former Red Wing. So yeah, and Tristan Jarry is just being on the bench, sitting down, keeping that seat warm. So I mean, gotta ride the hot hand. So we'll see.
Yeah, bro. It's just crazy. But these playoff, like, yeah, Detroit, man, I want to see them in the playoffs. It doesn't look like it's going to happen to me. I think it's going to be the Islanders taking that third spot. And I think Washington or Pittsburgh will be that second wild card. Detroit, Philly, you're done. You're done. But in the West, but quickly about the West, I think LA and Vegas are going to take those spots. I don't think St. Louis catches up to them. It's kind of too late now. Minnesota's eliminated. I really don't see the Blues going in and coming in and taking
Blues like
out Vegas. The way LA and Vegas are built, there's no way that one of those guys is going to go. But as of right now, it looks like LA would be playing the Oilers and Dallas would be playing Vegas.
bro,
Dallas,
dude.
unbelievable. One of those two juggernauts that could win the cup, one of them could be out in the first round.
No, dude, you know what's gonna happen, bro. I think Vegas takes that third spot, bro, in the
I mean,
Pacific.
I would love, I don't want to see Edmonton, LA again. I
Yeah, no,
really
no.
don't.
Vegas, bro.
3 years in a row.
Vegas will
3 years
play
in a row.
at like 8:30, so huge game. Um,
Huge game right
no,
now.
no,
Vegas wants to play Edmonton round one, then they need that win today. Because if you're Vegas, who'd you rather play, Dallas or Edmonton? I think Edmonton, right?
bro. Dude, Dallas, bro. That win over the Avs on Sunday, bro, and then they won yesterday against the Sabres. Dude,
Huge, bro.
Sabres are scary, man. Like, uh-oh, a healthy Otter. healthy Heiskanen. Then you still got Robertson, Ben, Pavelski, a healthy Sagan, Wyatt Johnson, just going absolutely insane. 30 goal scorer, by the way. Stankoven has to get in the lineup. They also got Sam Steele, Faxa, Thomas Harley, who's just going insane with the assist now. Like, hello, like just passing the puck flawlessly. And it's like, dude, the Stars are, whoo, they're cooking.
They're coming.
Oh
They're
boy,
humming. They're humming.
they're
But
humming.
I'm looking at these brackets here, man. Like the way it's looking, we got Vancouver, Nashville,
Nashville,
Edmonton, LA, Dallas, Vegas, and Colorado, Winnipeg. And in the East, we have Boston, Tampa, Florida, Leafs, Rangers, Caps, and Canes and Islanders. So I mean, like I tweeted today, I don't see a bad playoff series in in this bracket. I don't see it. These
yeah,
all look like amazing matchups.
they all
Like,
get.
I mean, Carolina Islanders probably the worst one out of
It could be
all
a
of them.
boring series, but
I mean,
eh.
we saw it last year. It's pretty boring. But if you look at Rangers Caps or Rangers Penguins, that would be awesome. Leafs Panthers, that would be a great series. Tampa Bay Boston, that would be a great series. Avs Jets would also be a good series considering how good they've been.
It will definitely be quick though.
Dallas, yeah, quick for Colorado. I think Colorado beats them in 5. But Dallas and Vegas, I mean, that would be a good series. Or
Oh,
even LA Dallas would be good. And
yeah,
then Edmonton, LA, I mean, it's a great series. 3 years though in a row. Come on. And then Nashville, the way they've been playing against the Vancouver Canucks, who will have, the pressure of being one of the best teams in the West. You need to win the first round. You cannot lose. Otherwise, you'll be looked at as frauds, like the
yeah.
Jets, right? So,
Dude, we
I
just
mean,
tried.
I mean, let's see. Let's do a quick prediction right now, as it looks like this is what's going to be a series. Boston, Tampa Bay, pick one quick. We're gonna go quick with this. Boston or Tampa?
Tampa.
I think Tampa too, low key. Toronto, Florida,
Florida.
Florida. Rangers, Capitals.
Rangers.
Hopefully Rangers. Hopefully, because I need them to win. Canes, Islanders.
Canes.
Canes. Jets, Avs.
As in
Avs.
3.
Stars, Vegas.
Vegas. I'm
Oh,
sorry. Sorry, dude. Healthy Vegas, bro. Hurdle back now. Dude.
uh, you know what? I'm gonna say Vegas. Screw it. Dallas might go off first round. Edmonton, LA. Edmonton this time. Again,
Much as
3 times in a row.
I hate to say it, bro. Edmonton, bro.
I know. And then Vancouver, Nashville.
Reds.
Nashville.
Reds.
Of course. Of course. Of course, we think all the Canadian teams are getting out in the first round. Of course they
Yeah.
are. Toronto, Vegas, like all of them. Sorry, not Vegas. Winnipeg, Edmonton, Vancouver, all of those Canadian teams might lose first round, bro. And it sucks. But
It sucks. It's just funny how we picked every single team like the same.
except I think Edmonton will probably beat LA again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I mean, Cam Talbot, whatever. But
Okay. Come on.
that's going to do it for this episode of the AJ Sports Podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your friends. And Justin, playoffs, 10 days they start.
Yeah,
Our playoff brackets will be out soon. We're going to make those. I think next pod we're going to make those because by then the teams will.
Has to be. Like, it's only a matter of time. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Take care and peace, everybody.